So I want to do some AI mastering with LANDR, but should I go for the online mastering service or their mastering plugin? Let's take a look at them both and do an audio comparison. Let's dive straight in. If you're interested in buying either of these two products, I want to let you know there's a link below this video which will get you a decent discount and a kickback to Real Home Studio 2, but it's really important to let you know that all the views in this video are my own. So both these options are incredibly easy to use. Let me guide you first off through LANDR online mastering and how it works. So first off, you're going to upload your mix to the LANDR online platform. That really only takes maybe a minute or two to do its mastering wizardry, and then you get presented with this window where you can volume match between the original and the master, which is really handy for referencing. It gives you a few options: warm, balanced and open, and the loudness, low, medium and high. It also gives the option to reference master as well, so you can click on that and you can upload a reference track, something in a similar genre with similar instrumentation, to use as a mastering guide for the AI engine. At that point, you can also choose what format you want to master to. So MP3 just for check-in and emailing and referencing. You've got WAVs and HD WAV as well. And your access to these will depend what plan that you've purchased. Now, after checking your master back, you don't feel it's quite there, you can choose to revise within the online platform, which is super cool. You just click on revise there, and what I like about this is it just asks you questions. You're not going to have to do anything technical here. It's literally saying, okay, how's the loudness, how's the EQ, is it too low, too high, is it too boomy, is it too thin, muddy, weak, harsh, dull? All those things which you may have made a note on when you're comparing it with other references. Do the voices sound too low? Does the sibilance sound too light and heavy? You know, it's asking you questions. It's like having someone else in the room going, you tell me what you think, Johnny. What do you feel about this master right now? And I'm like, I don't know. It just doesn't sound very full. Okay, well, you can go in there and you can address that with these questions here. You know, I might be like, well, you know, the mids feel a bit weak. That might help that mix sound a bit fuller, or maybe the heart sounds a bit harsh, or maybe the low end sounds a bit thin. You know, and that's gonna then go back into the AI engine and spit you out another master having answered your needs, which I think is really super cool. Once you are happy with the online master, then that's when you can download that WAV or HD WAV, and that is it. You've committed, and that's your file. Obviously, you can always go back and edit that, but that's going to cost you another credit to grab that high quality master. So one of the big advantages then of using the mastering plugin is you don't have to think about credits. You can spit out high quality masters all day long, and rather than having that survey style revision, which might suit some people, this gives you a bit more hands-on into tweaking. It doesn't get really in-depth and technical. It's still very user-friendly. We're still talking about low, middle and high in the EQ. We've got a one knob compression, but it's a bit more tweakable and twiddleable friendly than just answering some survey questions and then letting the AI do its job. So it really depends kind of what you prefer. There's two different roads there. I don't think either one of them are necessarily wrong or right. It's just what would suit you. The LANDR mastering plugin is available as a standalone plugin, or is included in the LANDR Pro Studio plan. Again, there's a nice hefty discount for that Pro Studio plan below this video. So if you've been following the Mixmart Kickstart throughout this month, you're going to be quite familiar with this mix by now. So the top one here in red has gone through the online mastering platform, and you can see it's mastered. The one below, which is the mix, is then running through the LANDR mastering plugin. This is how LANDR spat them out. So I've not done any revisions at all. This is how it came through from the online master, and again, I've not played around with the plugin at all. This is just what the AI has generated. So first off, let's take a listen to what the online master sounds like.
It's a little story about my neighborhood. There's trouble in the streets, it don't look too good. Don't look him in the eye, a forbidden stare. A whistle as he passes hanging in the air. Don't you
And now the plugin.
It's just a little story about my neighborhood. There's trouble in the streets, it don't look too good. Don't look him in the eye, a forbidden stare. A whistle as he passes hanging in the air.
Let's listen to a louder section of the song.
Oh, no, I really don't think so. Who's these guys? Community cops, gangs and knives, and make it stop. Someone please free the beast.
And the plugin.
Oh, no, I really don't think so. Who's these guys? Community cops, gangs and knives, and make it stop. Someone please free the
So first off, I was surprised there is a definite difference between the two results. I like both of them, but referencing them both, I was definitely erring on the side of the online master. Seemed to certainly be a bit more clarity, a little bit brighter, making the plug-in master sound a little bit muddy by comparison. But on the flip side, that's the benefit of this plug-in, because it's got you in the ballpark, and then you can play around comparing to your references, using the EQ to dial out a little bit out mid and maybe bring in a little bit of that high end, and just play around a little bit to get that master where you want it. I think that both of these options have given me a really impressive result. I think a lot comes down to what suits you and how you want to work. I mean, let me know in the comments below what you think about the differences between these two. What would you prefer to use, the online mastering service, or does that plugin really float your boat? One thing that I do think is really worth saying is you'll really get back what you put in with these AI mastering platforms, plugins. So you really want to make sure your mix is as tip-top as possible. If you put it in and your master doesn't quite compare or sound right, more often than not, it's really a case of you going back, and it can give you some clues as to where maybe your mix is falling a little bit short. That's another really handy way actually to use the mastering plugin. I've got a free 7 steps mix method guide that's going to help you get your mixes in that ballpark to get the most out of plugins and products like the online mastering. It's a free guide. You can grab it below this video right now. I've also got a whole bunch of home studio mix and production courses, which once again will help you get your mixes and productions where they need to be from your home studio. I'm going to give you 10% off those courses right now with coupon code YouTube10. All the links for those courses are below this video too. Of course, don't forget to like and subscribe. Most importantly, my friend, go and have yourself a great day.